Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel web for all things geeky and cool, and welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to a brand new video. This video is part 2 of a 2-part video series where I took a trip down to Orlando for Megacon 2023. It's a really big convention now. I want to say medium to large size convention. I think last year they had 100,000 guests in 4 days. I'm assuming the number is going to be similar to this year's convention. If you've never watched any of my videos when talking about a con, I highly recommend watching part 1, which is the con experience. If you've never been to a comic convention, that video is for you. I don't have any spoilers, what you see on my table here. I talk about some items, and I have a little excerpt from a panel I went to. The full panel was 45 minutes long. I think the excerpt, it was about 5 minutes long. A little excerpt of the panel for Zachary Levi. He has wide fame now for the Shazam movie. He, of course, played Chuck. He was in the Tangled Disney as one of the princes as a voice actor. If you want to watch that portion of that particular video, watch that video first and come back to this one. This is the haul video. Everything I picked up on that particular trip in part 1, again, it is the experience of going to a con. This portion of this video is the haul itself. All the cool stuff I bought. Let's get into it because there's some really neat stuff here. We got Funko. We got some art prints. We have some Loungefly. I don't talk about Loungefly on my channel. My wife just recently got involved in Loungefly. I want to showcase off these bags so you can see that as well. And let me know in the comments if you want to see reviews for these guys. If you want to see, she's buying a lot of Loungefly bags. If you're into Loungefly, hit me up in the comments to do these reviews. You have to let me know because I will not do it if you don't want me to do it. Hit me up in the comments below. First, let's talk about this side of the table here, the Funko stuff. I mentioned in part 1 some of the items I was looking for, and it came, basically fruit came to bear. I got some of those items. Let's talk about them now. The top we'll talk about first, some Bullet Train stuff. If you've never seen the movie Bullet Train, I highly, highly recommend it. It is a great, great movie. Brad Pitt plays an awesome character. Super funny, super cool action flick. If you've never seen it, highly, highly recommend it. I got all 3 of the pops now for the Bullet Train line. I'm going to do a full review of all 3 of the pops. Of course, the Ladybug, which is Brad Pitt's character, is not here because I already have it. Let's showcase off the particular pops here really quickly. I'll get some B-roll shots of all the items I have here on my table. So let's get into it now. You have this pop here, number 1294. This is pronounced as Mamamon, which is kind of their mascot, I guess you call it. There's a lot of cool interaction with Brad Pitt and this character in the movie. I highly, highly recommend, again, watching the movie if you've never seen it before. Super funny flick, great, great movie. Mamamon, of course, is their kind of mascot character. You have the character played by the Wolf. I think this is Bad Bunny. The rapper Bad Bunny plays a character known as the Wolf. Again, I'll take some up-close shots of all this stuff here so you can see what it looks like on a turntable, just so you'll see it here kind of in B-roll. But these guys are all going to be reviewed. These 2 top pops here will definitely be reviewed. Next, let's take a look at these bottom ones here, and we'll take a look at the Iron Maiden. This is, again, I think it's Stranger in a Strange Land, I believe. Yeah, Stranger in a Strange Land. This is Eddie's Chase pop. I talked about this in part 1. I won't take it out of the case right now, but you see that's a legit price. I paid $75 for this pop. This one is extremely hard to find. This is part of Wave 2 of the Iron Maiden pops. I wanted this one to complete my wave, and now my Iron Maiden Wave 2 is now done. He's going to be a separate video as well as a full review for this pop. Again, I wanted this one because, again, I didn't have that completing the wave. I finally have it. Super happy about him. Again, B-roll shots of this guy forthcoming. Last but not least, we have this one. And this one was $100. I had no problem buying it. I think only 2 people in the entire Megacon showroom had this pop. Again, $100. Another guy is selling this same exact one for $125. This will also be a separate review as well. This is an NFT, which basically means that this is part of the Wave 1 DC Comics Funko release. NFTs, of course, are basically non-tradable tokens. You can, if you get lucky to get this, it's considered a legendary card, and what you do is you basically burn the token or the card itself to get the pop sent to you. So this is a redeemable pop. This is Kyle Rayner, my Green Lantern. Woo! You guys know this will definitely be reviewed, and there will be a short coming soon about this one. Trust you me, this will be reviewed shortly, probably by the end of this week as far as recording of this video. Next, let's talk about these bags. Let me space them out a little bit so you can see what they look like here. And then we'll talk about some of the artwork, because there's a lot of cool artwork. Bags. I'm not a big Loungefly fan. Again, this is a Funko company. Funko bought Loungefly, I want to say in 2017, I think it was, but the company's been around since, I think, the mid-90s. My wife, I know, she did research about them, and she just got into Loungefly a few short weeks ago. These are 3 bags that we bought basically at the show that got her into Loungefly. If you want to see reviews for these bags, hit me up in the comments because I'll do a full review. I don't know much about them. I'm watching this stuff and learning as she's learning, so we'll talk about these bags momentarily. These are all, I think, considered as mini backpacks. They all have different pricing. This one and this one, these two backpacks right here, we got as a deal. But I'll talk about them shortly. The first bag she bought was this one, this Scooby-Doo one. This is a really cool looking bag. They have the gang all over it. You see the imprints of it. This one I think was 75 bucks, I think what she spent for it. But what makes this bag neat, and again you see the Loungefly placard right here, which tells you it's Loungefly. Be very, very careful. There are a lot of knockoffs, but just make sure you're getting a legit product. Again, Funko is the parent company for Loungefly. This bag itself is a glow in the dark. So parts of this bag glow, like here glows. These eyes on the top of the bag will glow. Again, if you want me to review this, let me know. I will do a full review. Scooby and the little ghost here glow, and this ghost on the front pocket glow as well. Then we went into another booth. So we got this on one day. Another day we came back, I think it was on Sunday, we found these two bags here. This bag and this bag, both these bags. My wife has a big attachment to Cinderella. We love Looney Tunes and she loves Cinderella because of family members that were kind of attached to the Cinderella kind of trope because she loved the Disney princess for Cinderella. This bag here we saw on the back of a shelf of another dealer. This one and this one were sold at basically at cost. This was $50, this was $50. Great deal. We couldn't believe we got it a steal. What makes this bag cool for Looney Tunes, again, looks really awesome. You have all the gang up top here. You have That's All Folks, and there's a gimmick. I'll talk about that shortly. You have, I think it's Elmer on that side, and you got Taz over here. You have Roadrunner, and you have Wile E. Coyote right there on the back of the bag, which looks really good. Let me move this tag out the way so you can see what I'm talking about. Again, I'll get some B-roll shots of all these bags so you can see what it looks like as well. What makes this bag really neat, and there's kind of a artwork on the inside that shows like paneling of Looney Tunes, which is good. What makes this bag really cool, we didn't even know about this. There's a gimmick here where it says That's All Folk. This is a magnetic panel that you just basically pop open. You see Porky Pig pop out right there, like at the end of the Looney Tunes cartoons, That's All Folks. So that's a really cool gimmick. This is a magnetic flap. You can feel it hold and stick to the bag. So really cool gimmick. Love that idea for this particular bag. Last but not least, we have the Cinderella Castle here. Again, this is a mini backpack. This is called, I think they call it the Transformation Bag. It has a really cool puller, which is the right here for Cinderella. Which makes this cool is the transformation on the back of the bag. You see her changing from how she looked into the really cool dress. So again, if you guys want me to review these bags, let me know in the comments. They are pretty cool bags nonetheless, but she's just getting into Loungefly now, so there's probably going to be a lot of Loungefly stuff to talk about on the channel. If you guys want me to review it, please hit me up in the comments. And right now, let's talk about the artwork. All right, guys, last but not least is artwork. I always talk about artwork. I always pick up art prints when I go to a comic convention. I always try to support the local artists there, people who may be part of the comic community as a whole, or people who don't have any relations to comics at all, but they do really cool artwork and really cool drawings. That's what I like picking up, and some really, really cool prints. Let's talk about them now, because there's a lot to take in with these prints, and there's one really big print, so let's talk about them. Pick this one up first. It is the Ninja Turtles. Hopefully you can see it. Apologies for the glare. Again, get some B-roll shots so you can see it. These are the Ninja Turtles dressed up as Jedis. So all the weapons are Jedi-based, so it looks really, really cool. There you go, much better looking version of it. You'll see it on B-roll. I thought this was an amazing print. It's pretty long. I think it's close to like 24 inches going this way here. And it's about, I would say, probably 11. This is probably like 11 by 24. Really cool looking print. This will definitely be hung up. I love the way this thing looks. Next, we got this really cool, these are kind of like etched, these are steel etched. I talked about these before, but this one looks really cool. We have ourselves Deadpool. And you can just pause it right there. I'll get some B-roll shots so you can see what it looks like. Some word bubbles. Looks really, really cool. We love the way this thing looked. Definitely hanging this up. We have two that I hung up before that have this sort of, this steel laser, I guess it's acid etched. These were about, I think they were 50 bucks for these. These were not cheap. The other one I think was 20 or 25, but these metal ones are about 50 bucks a piece. And they are really cool. They catch the light. You can see it shimmer and shine. Again, I get some B-roll shots so you can see what it looks like. I love the little word bubbles. Very, very fitting for Deadpool because me and the wife love Deadpool. This fit perfectly. Love the way this thing looks. Next, she bought me this as a gift, and it is, that's right, all the cores. All of the cores in the emotional spectrum are represented in this. This is definitely being hung up. I thought this was an amazing, again, this is a steel, just like that other one. This is etched. You can see the light kind of bending off of it as I move it back and forth. This is a piece of metal. I'll spin it around so you can see the back of it. It's just silver. But this has all the cores on it. I thought this was an amazing piece as well. This was $50. Last but not least, the last piece, this was $50. This thing measures, I just measured it before I did the shoot. This was 18 by 28 inches in length. I might have to get a B-roll shot of it because it's very, very long and it's very, very tall. It is Darkwing Duck. Hopefully you can see it. I'll kind of pull it up through the camera so you can see what it looks like, guys. Take a look at this thing. This thing is amazing looking. Again, I got some B-roll shots of it. It looks really, really bad me showing it like this, but you'll see it in B-roll what this thing really looks like. It is an amazing print. It is awesome. It's a great picture of Darkwing Duck. I believe that was $30, but that is a very, very big piece, and I do love Darkwing Duck. Again, I try to support the local artists who are there, and unfortunately on this particular trip, we didn't pick up any statues. There was a statue I had my eyes on. It was a Mortal Kombat one of Sub-Zero. Normally that statue was like a Diamond Select statue. Normally goes for about 50 bucks. This particular deal, only one dealer had it. He was selling it for $100. I was not going to spend $100 on a statue. So that is all the items we have in this particular hunt, guys. So let me put everything back in the shot so you can see it again. Let me put all the pups back up. Let me move the bags back around into the shot. Move all the Funko items here. But these purses, these backpacks, and one thing about Loungefly, they just don't do backpacks. They do other things as well. They do wallets, they do like carry bags, they do crossbody bags. Again, I'm not a big Loungefly person. My wife, again, is just getting involved in Loungefly. Let me know in the comment section, do you want me to do more reviews of these guys? Do you want me to do a full review of any of these 3 bags? Again, hit me up in the comments. I do hope you like this full kind of review of part 2 of my haul video from Megacon 2023. Remember to click the like button on the bottom page, click that all-important subscribe button, picture my face. When you subscribe, click the bell, kind of be notified of my latest videos. Of course, last but not least, you click windows here and here to watch more content. Take care, guys. See you next video, and bye-bye.